All right, so lately I've been very busy and I've not got to film any of this, but in all my videos, this is where I'm working, fixing things, whatever's on this concrete pad. And this building right here, it's really old, it's in bad condition, and there was a massive hole in the roof. So it was leaking and stuff, and it's been a long time coming. I've really put it off. But I buckled down for the last couple of weeks while working and also doing this, and we've managed to rip off the roof, completely replace it, and we even added an extension on the back, so huge blessing. And today what we're going to try to do is seal up this front. I've got to get closed off. There's some bad weather coming in, and to do that we're actually going to mill out some cedar to put up there. Just picked this up off Facebook Marketplace. It was used, need a little bit of work, but I've managed to get it running and didn't have to spend a whole lot of money on it, but it cuts great. I've barely used it a little bit. This still has to be pressure washed, painted, a lot of things. I mean, I had to dig this out to make a way in because my septic is up in the front right there, so I can't really pull anything heavy through the front. Just finished up this roof yesterday, and like I said, would have filmed this process, but it's just been too hot. The GoPro overheats and turns off all the time. If anybody knows if the newer ones don't do that, let me know. But like I said, I apologize. It's just been way too hot to be able to keep this going, and been on a time crunch as well. All right, so now that we've got a plan, I hauled in a load of logs the other day. They're sitting back here, so let's get this excavator fired up. Well, it's definitely not hot anymore. I'm gonna have to keep going, see where I can get. I don't have a lot of experience sawmilling. I'll get better as time goes. But since it's already squared on two sides, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep cutting my 3/4 inch thick boards, and then I'll put them all back on the mill and square them off. I just feel like it'd be a faster process. And there's also a gap under the end, that right there, that I've got to work out of it. I found a nice new raincoat, so all is well. We're gonna keep milling. Now we'll go ahead and rip these boards up. Yeah, this is one board finished, and I do need about 70 more, so I'm going to kill the camera. It's the same process for all of them, and I'm going to go ahead and cut all 70 of these, or roughly 70. I'm going to get them all cut, and then I'll turn the camera back on and start filming once we start installing them, so I'll see you in a little bit. I'm gonna seal the wood with a little bit of this, I think it's Cabot is how you say it, clear wood protector. It says it's guaranteed for life. The majority of the work is done. Stuck with the cedar on the front, got it all finished, and then on the sides, just because of the rain and the time, decided to switch it over to metal, which doesn't look bad at all. You can tell how wet it's been, but it's all finished up. This will give us a lot of room that we didn't have. I'm gonna wrap that video up here because it'll be a few days before I come back and finish this, but I appreciate you guys watching, and now that I've got a dry spot to work, came just in time. I've got this little SC30 TX stump grinder, and I just replaced this hose, and then my main hose down in the bottom there has started leaking right there, so I'll get to try this shop out. It's not really a shop, but it's better than what I had.